Boy, time does fly by. Listen, I'm going to give you my 10 reasons why I think Windows 8 will be a failure in the workplace. And we talked a little bit pre-show about the Build Conference, which was last week. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I have been reading and watching everything I can about Windows 8. And for the purposes of full disclosure, no, I have not installed it on a virtual machine. I am waiting on the beta before I do that. Thank you very much. But I do know enough to say with pure clarity that Windows 8 will not be enough to make businesses swoon, and here's why. Reason number one, unless something radically changes in Windows 8, Windows 7 provides all the functionality that business needs. So far, no one has demonstrated a must-have feature in Windows 8 for business. That's number one. Number two, businesses are just now coming off a huge upgrade cycle from XP to Windows 7. So already, too many companies have already completed their refresh. And at the time Windows 8's launch, which it'll be about a year from now, sorry, there really is no reason to refresh and upgrade once again. Number three, Metro. Look, Metro is a mobile interface. It's clearly consumer-oriented. You won't be able, for example, to get to the Windows desktop if you're using, say, an ARM-powered tablet. Okay? You're not going to be able to do it. The only thing you're going to be able to do if you get a tablet that's running the ARM processor is to use Metro applications. You won't be able to even get into the traditional Windows desktop. That makes cheap and expensive tablets a non-starter in the business world. Number four, Microsoft themselves have made it abundantly clear that Windows 8 is a consumer operating system. Sorry, nothing here to see, Mr. Business Person. Nothing here to see. Number five, although the touch-based Metro might be great for tablets, I predict with absolute certainty that businesses will want to turn it off right away, thus negating any value of the Metro user interface. They're going to want to turn that sucker off and present you with the good old Windows desktop, just like you had in Windows 7. Number six, cost. Look, until Microsoft gets their act together, there are multiple versions of the operating system pricing scheme. You know, like how we have Windows Home, we have Windows Professional, we have Windows Ultimate. You ought to go on ad nauseum. There only needs to be two versions of Windows. Two, home user, business user. That's all you need. You don't need other part numbers. Everything should be included. You shouldn't have to pay more for Ultimate to get things like BitLocker. It makes no sense. It's wrong. It's expensive. It confuses customers. It's a horrible way to do business. It's one thing I do appreciate from Apple, or when you use a Linux distro, you get the whole kit and caboodle, the whole kitchen sink, without paying more for it. Number seven. This is a dandy. There's a rumor of a Metro version of Office. Gotta tell you, for the same reasons I listed above, I believe that'll be a total flop and a non-starter for businesses. People's going to want their traditional toolbars and fat client interface of Office. They're not going to want a Metro version of Office. Number eight, Apple, I think, has the right idea here. Look, there has to be essentially two different operating systems providing for two different needs. A mobile operating system and a desktop operating system. Now, you can borrow some features for one to improve the other, etc., but fundamentally, the two have different roles. Desktop machines are used differently than mobile devices, and trying to make one OS to run on everything, probably not the best idea. All right. Personally, I don't think the phoneification, if you will, is a solid reason to upgrade. Number 9, tablets. Let's just get real for a minute here. Do you know anybody that uses a Windows smartphone? Anybody? Of course not. No one has them. If you go to the AT&T store, they go, you don't want one of those. You want one of these. How about a Zune? You know anybody that uses Zune? I don't. Well, you know what? There's been Microsoft-based tablets for the last decade. Microsoft got it wrong, of course, insisting on a stylus-based tablet. But you get the idea. No one's using them, and you probably don't know anybody that's got one. Apple, as it stands right now, clearly has won the tablet war for the foreseeable future. Therefore, I don't see a big demand for business for a Windows-based tablet device at this time. And number 10, ultimately, it's all about applications in the business world, not apps, at least for the most part. And to run those applications, you got to kiss Metro goodbye. At that point, Windows 7 is sufficient, and it doesn't look like Windows 8 will offer us that much more.